from the Ministry of Roads and Highways is that they transferred 2 billion Ghana cedis.
Hey.
You know, they approved about 5 billion Ghana cedis for CAPEX.
Yes.
For the first 3 months of this year. Out of that, just on Monday alone, they moved 2 billion Ghana cedis from Controller and Bank of Ghana to contractors' accounts. You are leaving office on Monday, you are handing over on Tuesday. Then on Monday, you make payments of 2 billion Ghana cedis from Controller and Bank of Ghana to contractors.
You were not checking this thing as a transition.
I say, they were still in charge even as yesterday until they handed over to President Mahama. I say Monday.
So all you could do was just whistle-blow. You can't do anything.
And that's the ministry that they gave someone a director and then they change him within a week?
Exactly. 2 billion people Monday. And this fuel matter, in the last 8 years, even the family members of akufo have been fighting over who to import crude for our plants. Because you know what, Prof? It is a very lucrative business. Just imagine for every month, $40 million US.
Hey.
That's how much we used to import. So they are expecting President Mahama in the NDC today to cough out $40 million US just to import fuel for 1 month. When you've been in power, you've taken taxes, you've borrowed over the last 8 years, and you leave us with fuel just for 5 hours. President Mahama, who is taking office barely this morning, is being asked to cough out about $40 million US. The 2 billion that you used to pay contractors because you had your cash way take. Couldn't you have used part of it to go and import fuel for our lives to be on? These guys are insensitive, they are reckless, they are wicked. And my worry is that you have a young man who will leave his house in the morning to come and defend such an untenable act. What do you stand to benefit? Like you said, all that you do to yourself is that you lose credibility. Look, when President Mahama says that his immediate attention would be to restore macroeconomic stability and restore the economy, and then to also promote a good business environment, it will all rely on power. Absolutely. Regular supply of power. Even if the cost is high, businesses need to plan. And you plan just into doing so, just on the day you are leaving power, and you come and tell us we should go and solve it. You know why? Like you said, when you are buying some of these things, it takes time. Payment is not done immediately because you have to establish LC and what have you. And so if they knew that somewhere October and November, if they knew that establishing LC, they would not even be there for payments to be effected, then they lost interest. And so, but trust President Mahama, the way, look, where we are now, we are more interested in the way forward. And that's why...
So what's the way forward? What will be done in the interim?
As someone a meeting this morning, all the players would be in a meeting, and then they will try to figure a way out. When you talk about the BDCs, what I do know, I stand for correction. The BDCs would import finished products. What we need in this case is not a finished product. It's a crude.
That crude will have to be refined.
They have a way they also process it, not the one that we use in our filling stations. Yes, so the BDCs import finished products for of our OMCs to also sell. But what we need here is entirely different. And so President Mahama has a very hefty tax this morning. And I'm happy that President Mahama has always believed that wisdom does not lie in the head of one person. And so he's not just depending on the likes of Ajinapo and Co. He's engaging all the team players. Come, open their books and let us see. Let us know the truth. And then we will communicate same to the Ghanaian public. I think that when we engage all the stakeholders today, we should be engaging the Ghanaian public, maybe through a press conference, for them to appreciate exactly what the situation is, as of yesterday when we were taking power from the NPP. I mean, this is reckless, and we shouldn't tolerate this. And like you said, Prof, we should hold them accountable. The minister who said they had transferred $70 million US, he should give us evidence of that transfer to GNPC. Look, energy sector debt alone, 2.5 billion.
I get into 3 billion.
2.5 billion US. At the exchange rate of 15 Ghana cedis, that gives you about 40 billion Ghana cedis. And so when you are talking about the national debt, a lot of issues comes into play. And so when you talk about 800 billion, that sits at the Bank of Ghana as debt. We are looking at what we owe road contractors, energy sector debt. All of this will come into play. And so President Mahama has a very tough task.
So just to also bring some clarity.